Good evening. Hello, how are you? And what's going on? So today's video, which I just recently, like literally just recently watched, is Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. And this picks up like immediately right after the first one. And it states after surviving one deadly game, Grace and her sister Faith must now outrun four rival families competing for a powerful, let's try that word again, powerful throne, winner takes all. And before I continue, I'm going to say this, and I don't know how other people feel about this film. I think this trumps the first one. Um, and this is just my honest opinion. I didn't really care for Ready or Not. It's not that I hated it, it just didn't do anything for me. It's like everybody was raving about it, but I'm just like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I didn't get it. You know, there was things about the movie that bugged me, and I'm just like, okay. So they announced a sequel, and I'm just like, oh my god, really? But after watching it, now I can say, okay, I actually really like this one. And we got obviously Samara Weaving continuing as her character Grace, and we got Catherine Newton playing her sister Faith. We have Elijah Wood, he's the lawyer. Sarah Michelle Gellar, which is one of my all time faves. I feel like she can just do no wrong in anything that she plays. She's just like so stunning, you know. Um, like I hate to say with age, but just with the age that she is, like she's just still radiant, you know. Anyway, she plays Ursula, and the guy who plays her brother, Titus, is Sean. Um, we have David Cronenberg. He plays Chester. Not in the movie very long, but just naming people that are in the movie. Um, there are some people that I don't know who these people are, and I don't even know if they're worth mentioning. I'm so sorry for people who know who these people are, but I'm like, whatever, right? Uh, I know. Okay, so I know this guy, Nestor Carbonell. He plays Ignacio, and who else? Who else? Eh, that's kind of it. Anyway, so we got the returning directors who did the first one, Matt and Tyler. Writers Guy Busick. Of course, he's done Scream 5, 6, and 7. Not Matt and Tyler. They only did the first 5 and 6. Anyway, so like I said, this picks up like immediately right after the first one continues. She's like being taken to the hospital because she had been stabbed, badly wounded, all the like blood splattering. She had literally been through a lot that night, and yeah, and so when she wakes up, comes to, she's like handcuffed to the bed, and she's like trying to figure out why she handcuffed, and she's like, well, there's been a lot of murders in the house, and you're the only one survivor. So what's up? And it's like if she tries to tell the truth, who's going to believe her, right? Who is going to believe her? So then here comes her sister, like I said, played by Catherine Newton, and she was like the her emergency contact, and they hadn't seen each other for years. and um, it's just like the drama, through family and siblings and whatnot. I think we've all been there, minus bloodshed. Um, and they were just going to go to the station and you know, be interviewed and whatever. So then comes Sarah Michelle Gellar's character and her brother. Um, they kill the officer, and then comes which he almost immediately dies. He is the one who playing the detective. He is Grant Nichols, and he didn't play by the rules, so he just goes and does it all on his own. So that's why he died immediately. Um, and then, like I said, Ursula and Titus, they take them to where the games are going to be held. Still the same game, hide and seek, and as it stated, these four families are going to be kind of like rivaling to see who gets, you know, playing for the head of the head of the family, I guess. And because it's mostly under Ursula and Titus's name, they're the ones who really wanted to win. Um, and I know this movie's been out since what, this past Friday, and maybe people have already watched it by now. But just in case, I don't want to like give any spoilers just yet. But I will say I do enjoy the twist in this film. It is refreshing, even though it is the same game, but it's like it's played outside instead of inside. The sisters are being handcuffed together, and and so it's them versus the families, and they have weapons, and obviously the sisters do not, which I feel like is a little unfair, but they're not playing fairly, so whatever, right? Um, and obviously people die. There were some cool creative death scenes in this movie, and I don't know why. I thought like I mean I knew he was gonna play the lawyer, but I thought maybe he was also gonna be like a villain in this film. Elijah Wood's character, that is. But he's just a lawyer. He had not. He didn't play the game. He's just a lawyer, and so I was like, okay, all right. Um, and even though Sarah, she's technically the villain, but she didn't really come off as villainous as some of the other people, and she didn't even want to do this. But in order to stay alive, you have to play by the rules, and so she was like telling Grace that, and yeah. Um, Again, I'm not going to give any spoilers, like I said, just in case. Um, for those who haven't seen it, want to check it out for themselves and don't want to be spoiled. But yeah, overall, I thought it was so much better than the original. And again, that's just my opinion. I know people really enjoyed the first one, but what are you gonna do? That's just my opinion. And let me get a little sippy sip, just because I'm a little parched. Got some like Pellegrino, if I can get this open. Sippy sip. But yeah, so let's read a few. comments. I don't know why I enjoy doing that, but I'm just like, I love to hear what some people's like reviews are versus my own. So this one gives it a 6, and it says par for the course. The second secret screening of the week was, as was widely predicted, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. I missed the first film at the cinema, but called it at home afterwards. I enjoyed that, and this sequel, I thought it never quite reached the level of fun as I was hoping for. So I disagree, but again, we all have our opinions, right? Excuse me. Having survived the night in the Ladoma's house, Grace is taken to the hospital where her estranged sister, Faith, is called as her next of kin from the hospital. The girls are drugged and taken to the estate of the Danforth family, where the lawyer, as I stated, explains to them that having survived the night, Grace has trigged? I don't know if I understand that word, but alright, whatever. Trigged a new game where a whole group of rich and powerful families will hunt Grace and they can land the killing blow. They will become the new head and their global cable. One of the criticisms of the first film was that I did not feel that the casting for the rest of the family were particularly strong. That's not the case here, as the cast includes Sarah Michelle Gellar, David Cronenberg, Kevin Durand, and Nestor Carbonell. Though perhaps its most daring casting movie is bringing Sean Hatzoe back to the big screen after so many years doing admittedly really good work on TV. He's surprisingly really good. It's Weaver's film again, though she is a fantastic scream queen and great alongside Catherine Newton. Whilst the film is undoubtedly alright, my only real issue is that it never quite hit the level of fun I was looking for consistently enough. It does get there occasionally, though. I don't know if this person knows how to write. Personally, I don't think there's enough there to mine for a third film. You Can't Hide, but as ever, financial success or lack thereof will dictate that. Um, I So, like I said, I disagree with that person. So, let's see what this other one. They give it an 8. An incredible thrill ride, just complete fun. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, picks up immediately after the chaos of the first film, and that seamlessly continuation is one of the biggest strengths. There is no reset, no time jump, just pure momentum as the story throws you back into the madness. That decision alone makes the sequel feel more intense and connected, like the nightmare never really ended. I agree with that. Samara Weaving once again proves why she carries this franchise so well. Franchise, there's only just been one, now two. Okay, whatever. She brings energy, grit, and dark humor that keeps everything grounded, even though when the story leans into its more outrageous elements. Opposite her, Sarah Michelle Gellar delivers a standout performance, especially during key moments where the film's twist begins to unfold. Her presence adds a sharp edge that elevates the tension. The supporting cast is equally strong, with Elijah Wood bringing a unsettling performance that adds an eerie layer to the film. He's not over the top scary, but there's something off about him that keeps you on edge. The younger characters and the rest of the ensemble all feel committed, helping the world feel chaotic but controlled. The screenplay is one of the film's biggest wins. Even when you start to sense this story might be heading, it doesn't take away from the experience. Instead, it becomes one of the journey how everything unfolds. The twist, while somewhat predictable in parts, still lands becomes because of how it's executed. Visually and tonally, the film leans into its dark, twisted concept involving ritualistic elements, but it never feels like it's trying to push a message. It's purely a creative, over the top survival game that thrives on tension and unpredictability. Overall, Ready or Not 2 Here I Come is a fun, creative, energetic sequel that builds on original without losing its identity. It's intense, entertaining, and filled with strong performances, making a worthy follow up that fans will definitely enjoy. Okay, so I pretty much agree with that, except for calling it a franchise already. Dude, like it's only been now, like I said, now two. Whatever. We'll just do one more. This also gives it an 8. Not needed, yet really good. Um, an unneeded sequel that proves to be as good as the first. After surviving one deadly game, Grace and her sister Faith must now outrun four rival families competing for a powerful throne. Winner takes all. The movie is surprisingly well, not a total blow for blow of the first one, but same premise with different antics. That the acting all around was good, and having Grace's sister kept it feeling fresh. There were some nice surprises in the story, good kills, good tactics. The only thing that genuinely bothered me was the gun scenes. Nobody shoots that bad, and if you have a gun faced to the bad guy, shoot. Overall, good movie. I say it will be the last great ending. 8 out of 10. So yeah, uh, so I give it a, let's see, out of 10, being that I definitely enjoyed it much better than the original. I give it a 7. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, much better than the original. Um, there was a moment that it was like with the sisters and they were talking, and it felt, I know, I think they were just trying to have a moment together, and it felt like it didn't land very well. Other than that, um, and having a cringy moment with one of the one of the families that he's like trying to be like a comedic relief. Um, Everything else was good. Um, like I said, great cast. There's some great kills. Um, and I thought it was pretty fresh for being a sequel. Um, yeah, I don't um, I don't think I really have any notes on that. And I kind of agree with one of these people. I don't know what they would do if they was to have a third one. I like, where would you go from that? Like, it ended well. They left, and I don't know. It's just like, then what? You know what I'm saying? So just hoping that there's not a third one. Because like these people with these movies, like I'll bring Scream for an example. Um, they keep pushing out sequels, not even just Scream, but all these other movies, like where there's like like 9 or 10 of them, like Fast and the Furious. Like, we don't need 11 films. Like, who is asking for this? And if you see a drop at the box office, then that lets you know we don't need it. We don't need it. But like, again, Scream, I guess, proves that people do want to see more of it. Because like they mentioned, Scream 7 outperformed all of the others. But it's just, what is the plan for 8? You know, You can't keep rehashing the same shit all over and over. People are going to get really sick of it, and then you're going to see a drop in the box office. It is what it is. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, like I said, I give it a 7 out of 10. Overall, great film. Definitely recommend watching it if you haven't already. And yeah, that's all I got. If you have watched it, if you have seen it, let me know. Drop your comments down below. And I have like little, messy hair today, but whatever. It is what it is. Today's laundry day, and I had got some laundry done. TMI, but power went out, um, and I was just kind of stuck waiting on laundry to finish. Finally finished, and I'm like about to um, put my laundry up, but I thought I would hurry up and do this so that I remember what I'm trying to say before I forget. And yeah, anyway, so yeah, drop comments down below. Let me know if you have seen it, if you do plan on seeing it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and give some thumbs up. Let me know. Thanks. Bye. Mwah.